Welcome to Haunted Stories channel, where nightmares come to life. I'm Sun, your guide into the darkest corners of horror. Tonight, we dive into the Silent Wake, a chilling tale inspired by a Soviet experiment that pushed human limits beyond sanity. In a frozen bunker, 5 prisoners face a gas that bans sleep, unleashing something not human. This 10-minute journey will haunt you, so turn off the lights, grab your headphones, and brace yourself. Are you ready to stay awake forever? Let's begin. My name's Ivan Petrov, a junior researcher at Facility 17, a Soviet bunker buried in Siberia's frozen wastes. In 1947, I joined a team tasked with pushing human limits under orders from men with stars on their shoulders. The bunker was a tomb, gray concrete walls, air thick with damp and dread, lights that hummed like dying flies. We were told our work would secure the motherland's future, but the whispers among us spoke of prisoners vanishing into these halls. I was young, ambitious, and blind to the cost. 2 months ago, I learned what ambition buys. The experiment was codenamed Silent Wake. 5 political prisoners, labeled enemies of the state, were sealed in a gas chamber to test a new stimulant, a colorless gas meant to eliminate sleep. The goal was 30 days of wakefulness with freedom promised as bait. The chamber had 5-inch thick glass portholes, microphones, and no cameras, just our eyes and ears. Inside were cots without bedding, books, a toilet, running water, and enough dried food for a month. We monitored oxygen to keep the gas non-lethal, but its toxicity loomed like a shadow. For 5 days, it worked. The subjects, Dmitry, Alexei, Yuri, Mikhail, and Victor, read, paced, and talked, their voices steady through the mics. They knew they were watched, their every word recorded. I noted their calm, even joking about the food's taste. But on day 6, cracks appeared. Dmitry whispered into a mic, accusing Alexei of betrayal in a past life. Alexei sneered, muttering about Yuri's weakness. Paranoia crept in, their voices sharp, their eyes darting to the portholes. By day 9, the screaming began. Yuri ran laps, howling until his throat bled. His voice rasped through the speakers. Mikhail sat, tearing book pages into strips, muttering in a language none of us knew. Victor pressed his face to a porthole, staring, unblinking, his lips moving silently. We argued in the control room. Dr. Sokolov, our lead, insisted the gas was safe, but I saw fear in his eyes. The subjects stopped talking to each other, only whispering accusations into the mics, as if currying favor with us. On day 12, we found a tape in the archive, marked 1945 Trial 3. It described a failed test with a similar gas. Subjects lost to madness after 10 days. Sokolov dismissed it as sabotage, but I couldn't shake the words. They became what we hide. That night, Dmitry's screams stopped. Through the porthole, I saw him clawing his face, blood smearing the glass. Alexei laughed, a low, guttural sound, while Yuri carved symbols into his arm with a spoon's edge. Day 15 was the breaking point. We planned to end it, but the commander ordered the chamber opened at midnight. We flushed the gas, replacing it with fresh air. The mics erupted, 3 voices begging for the gas to return, pleading like it was their blood. Soldiers entered, and chaos exploded. Dmitry tore a soldier's throat with his teeth. Blood sprayed. Mikhail lunged, snapping a doctor's arm. Yuri's spleen ruptured in the struggle, his body collapsing in a pool of red. Victor fought like a beast, unmoved by 10 times a human dose of morphine, his heart beating 2 minutes after he bled out. Only Alexei survived, restrained, his eyes wide, unblinking. We took him to surgery, but sedatives failed. He tore through straps, demanding the gas, his voice not his own. On the table, he wrote, "Keep cutting," as we operated without anesthesia. His brain waves flatlined, then spiked, as if he died and returned. Back in the chamber, Alexei and two bandaged subjects, Mikhail and Dmitri, somehow alive, laughed, a sound that chilled my soul. They refused freedom, saying, "We are what you hide in sleep." I shot Dmitri myself, his final whisper, so close, haunting me. Sokolov sealed the chamber, but I fled, the bunker's hum following me. Now, in my apartment, I don't sleep. Last night, my radio hissed at 1 a.m., whispering, "Ivan, I live alone. There's no gas here." Is there? What followed Ivan out of that bunker? Was it the gas? Or something older, hiding in the sleepless dark? The silent wake leaves us with questions that claw at the mind. Is Ivan safe in his apartment? Or is the whisper in his radio just the beginning? Drop your theories in the comments. I read every one. If this 10-minute nightmare chilled you, smash that like button, subscribe to Sun's Creepypasta, and ring the bell for more horrors. Want to know what's next? Our next tale dives deeper into the unknown, where shadows speak and secrets bleed. Stay awake, because sleep might not be safe anymore. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the dark.